So it turns out that shipping computers that are preloaded with software that badly compromises user safety and security is a bad PR move, as Lenovo has learned working with a company called Superfish. I'm sure you've heard of this by now, but basically what it was is the computers would come preloaded with this software that would pretend to be a secure site certificate, but it would actually not. It intercepts user data and would make it, well, it would ship it back to the company. Mostly pictures, it said, but I don't know.
That's a lie.
Yeah.
It is a giant gateway that's an easy access for people to get into.
So yes, so basically what it was the company was able to use your data without you knowing by impersonating a secure site certificate. And also it leaves you vulnerable to other people viewing what you're looking at on your computer.
Right. I have two thoughts about this. The first one is that companies have been making deals with software companies to preload into for a long time.
Yes.
Forever.
And this company, I don't think they were intending to make a giant loophole, but some programmer that was working on that third party screwed up and made a giant gateway for people to get into. And they probably, I mean, obviously they're paying for it now.
Yeah.
Well, there is a class action lawsuit. It's not really clear how much in damages can be claimed, but it will probably be a lot for both Superfish and Lenovo.
Right.
Which is, you know,
and that's the problem.
It's way bigger than what they would have gotten paid.
Lenovo's they were a pretty up and coming company in the last 5 or 6 years, and I hate to say it, but I think this is sadly the result of being new to the industry and new to the business of computer manufacturing, because someone did not check their facts.
Because going off of that, with the lawsuit, it's going to be hard to see who's at fault, at least in my mind, because I'm sure it was kind of an innocent mistake on Lenovo's part, because you have computer programs like Internet Explorer that comes with Windows that's preloaded onto a thing or whatever.
I don't use that shit.
Right. So then it comes down to, is it the user's responsibility to uninstall harmful software or software?
No, especially if it's hidden, like it was in this case.
I guess.
That's not their onus. You shouldn't have to fight for your brand new computer to not sell you out against your will.
And
that's messed up.
And more importantly, did Superfish intend on putting in a giant gateway that hackers could get into?
Yeah.
They weren't, in my opinion, from what it looks like, it doesn't look like they were intentionally trying to cause damage. They just were making a software that they thought could make them some money, and then they basically paid Lenovo to load it into it.
Yeah, and then they messed up.
And then they messed up.
Yeah.
And then they messed up big. You know?
So yeah. So then, is it Superfish's fault, or is it Lenovo's fault, or is it the end user's fault?
I don't care even if you think oh, I'm going to put this what is essentially data collection on someone's computer to make myself money. That's not cool either. If people don't know about it. That's not acceptable.
That's true, but playing devil's advocate, business is business.
Right.
And when people, even if you don't like it, and trust me, it's not like I install or use any of the malware. I dump that stuff off immediately.
Bonsai Buddy, though. Yahoo Toolbar.
And this is one of the reasons I love...
monkey?
Yeah.
I love building my own computers for that reason.
Right.
But that also doesn't mean that companies shouldn't be able to conduct business, you know, and be able to make deals like that, even if they're shady back-end deals. That's still business. And in this circumstances, it's not like I don't think it should drive them to bankruptcy. They should be fined for it. And at this point, even if the lawsuit's giant anyway, you know that the worst case scenario is that Lenovo goes bankrupt, they have to hand over the keys, and Superfish will probably definitely go under, and they'll just...
Superfish shouldn't exist after this.
It should just be done, you know? So the only thing is that this is why LLCs exist, is because when companies like this make big mistakes, they're not going to pay $1 billion to stay in business. They're just going to clear out.
Well, Lenovo's CTO admitted to PC World that the company had, quote, messed up.
Well, yeah.
And they have released an easier way to uninstall the software, but
which is
maybe it's too little too late.
Yeah, that's what you do when you learn that you screwed up, and you try to do as much damage control as you can. I don't want to see Lenovo go under for this, personally.
I don't want them to go under either, but I think it should also be clear that you can't have this kind of software preloaded on a computer. Like, you can preload, sure, a browser, some kind of a photo viewer or editor, but back-end malicious, not necessarily malicious, well, it could be malicious, something that's hidden, impersonating a secure site certificate.
Yeah.
That's egregious.
That is much. I will give you that. And you're right. There's no reason why that software should have been installed on there, even though they had a right to. There is no good business reason to do it because it's bad stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I think just the only person who should really suffer from this is Superfish.
Right.
So.
And at least they got caught. At least, you know,
it got caught.
It's bringing it up for a conversation so that things can't happen in the future like this.
You're shaking your head so viciously.
I'm so mad about it.
Are you mad at us or are you mad at Superfish?
I'm not mad at you. I still love you, even though we disagree. What do you think, audience? Are you on my side where I'm furious? Or no. What do you think of this revelation from Lenovo and Superfish, and do you think it's being handled correctly? Let us know below in the comments, and please be sure to subscribe.